What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to another episode of my road to Manchester City. Starting off this episode by actually going into the game. It's been a while since we started off with a game, but I think you guys are going to enjoy this game because we're not playing divisions for once. We're actually playing a tournament, something we haven't done in a while. And to be honest, I think the only tournament we've played all year with this team was the Gold Cup. So we're gonna go ahead and try it in the Futtie's nominees tournament, and we're actually in the final right here. And we come across our opponent over here who has a very nice team, 3-5-2, not a formation you see played with that often, so it was going to be interesting to see how our opponent would play with it. And we would actually get the first chance of the game over here in the 13th minute. Aguero threw on goal. Somehow he managed to outmuscle David Luiz. I noticed that usually when I play with Aguero and I come across David Luiz always seems to push him off the ball, but somehow Aguero won right there. And yeah, we didn't score. Our opponent went on the counterattack with Dybala. Dybala threw on goal, 1v1, never going to miss that. And with that, we go down in the 16th minute after having a chance to score. We go down the other end and concede. So a little bit frustrating, but let's talk about the team I am currently using. You guys may have seen that I am rocking Wilfried Bony up top and not informed Sterling like I have in the past. Well, that's because I actually played a division game off screen like I told you guys I would start doing, and I lost, by the way. I lost. It was annoying. Sterling was doing my head in. Aguero is actually starting to annoy me too. He hasn't really scored at all in like 10 games, which is starting to worry me. So I said, you know what? Let's give Bony a shot. Let's see if Bony can be the man. And what do you know? I start playing this Futties nominees tournament, and Bony starts scoring goals left, right, and center. So I said, you know what? This man earned a spot in the final. Something I never thought I'd say really, because Bony in real life, I find he's absolutely useless, but he started scoring for us over here, and I said, you know what, we got to play with him and Aguero up top and see what happens. And over there, in the 24th minute, Gundogan does grab us an equalizer. I'm actually loving Gundogan. I've played with his Dortmund card before for my Bundesliga teams. Wasn't a huge fan, but he seems to fit pretty well into this City team. Hopefully something I can say in real life too in the future. But yeah, Gundogan scores right there. Does very nice of covering Yaya's position now that we don't have him. But when we do have Yaya, I feel like our midfield is going to be so much stronger because we're going to have Fernandinho instead of Fernando in the CDM role, and we're going to have Gundogan and Yaya attacking for us. But yeah, as you saw right there, Fernandinho also joins in on the score sheet. Makes it 2-1 for us. Hart with a great save right there in the 35th minute denies our opponent a chance. And from that, we go on the counterattack. Fernandinho pushes it up, gives it to Aguero. Aguero tries to give it back to Fernandinho, waits for him to open up a little bit, ends up giving it to Fernando. Fernando to Bony, and what do you know? Bony grabs our third goal, does the little dance. Something he's actually very good at doing in real life. I actually saw a video where he was teaching one of the City staff members how to dance. I don't even know, but like I said, Bony scoring goals left, right, and center for us. Way more than Sterling had in all his games. So I think we're going to continue playing with Bony in the future. And over here, he would have a great chance to grab a very important goal right there to put him back into the game. However, Hart with another great save keeps us 3-1 up. And with that, we would head into the second half with a nice 2-goal cushion. The stats are pretty similar, but our opponent's chances weren't anything too crazy. Those 2 Hart saves were honestly the best chances he had besides the goals. So we're feeling good in this game, looking for a 4th goal to hopefully seal it off. But in the 59th minute, our opponent would have the first chance of the game right there. Guarin goes through on goal. However, Sanya does very, very well to outmuscle him, steals the ball. We go on the counterattack. Aguero with a great fake shot, and this guy pulls out his goalkeeper. I lay it off to De Bruyne. De Bruyne has a shot. I thought he cleared it off the line with Thiago Silva, but it actually went over. And once I saw him pull out his goalkeeper, I'm like, this guy's giving up. Because usually when people start pulling out their goalkeeper that far out, it's because they've given up. They're going to let you score. But this guy let us score, and then he rage quit. So 4-1, we win the tournament surprisingly with this team. A team I had no faith in won us the final, and I think that win is actually a pretty good morale boost for us in the future in Division 1. So hopefully we can start winning in Division 1 because it's something we really haven't done. But anyways, guys, we're going to end off this episode by opening the pack and of course looking at trades. I think that the majority of you guys watching this are here for the trading and not really the games, but I feel like I have to include the games, because then it would just be kind of boring just doing trading. So hope you guys understand that. But we go ahead, we get a jumbo gold pack from the mystery pack, which isn't that bad, and it's obviously tradable also, something I am pretty excited for, but we're obviously not going to get anything. Our best player is Benteke from Liverpool, which doesn't actually go for anything. But once everything is said and done and we discard everything, I think we actually get about 3,000 coins, which isn't too bad. So not bad for a tournament, but we do have another trophy in our cabinet, something we really haven't done in this series. But we end off the episode by taking a look at our trades, and once again I did some more trading with Otamendi. This time I had to pay a little bit higher for him. I bought a bunch of them for like about 70k, 72, 71, sold them for 80,000, which means we didn't make that much, but we made about 5,000 coins on each. Hart that we bought back a few episodes ago, I'm not sure what we bought him for. I think we bought him for like less than 130. We sold him for 150, which means we made some very nice profit on him. All the Valeries we had left sold for 13k. Moy, I bought another one for 9,000. He sold for 10,000. And yeah, like I said, the Ottomandis sold for 80,000. And then De Bruyne, I had to sell him because I was scared about this whole Futties thing. We bought him for 356. We sold him for 335. We made a huge loss on that. And you're going to see coming up that I actually did buy another De Bruyne card. But Castillo, you see him right there. And he was actually in the team of the week last week, and he was going for 14,000 coins or 13,000 on like Saturday, and that is when I bought him for 13, 14, and I actually sold him for 20,000 coins once the MLS tournament came out. So we made some nice money on that. And I also bought another Hart, as you see right there on the screen. I bought him for 80,000 coins on a buy now. He was listed up for 10 minutes. He wasn't selling. I said, you know what? I know I can sell this guy for at least 120. So I bought him, listed him for 120, and 2 days later, he sold. So we made some very nice money on Hart. Kind of covers that De Bruyne loss we made. And speaking of De Bruyne, I did buy one for 230, thinking he'd beat Ozil, but then I thought about it some more and I said, you know what, I'm going to sell him because I honestly have faith that Ozil is going to beat De Bruyne in this category, but we have to see. We just have to hold on to our coins, and as soon as they announce the winner, I have to buy him. But I don't know, it's going to be a mess. We might lose a lot of coins, we might save coins, who knows. But yeah, we did sell another Hart that I bought for like 115 or something for 130, and I did buy him back for 113. Anyways, guys, this is going to conclude this episode. Oh, wait, before I say that, Yeboah, we signed him. He is officially part of the team. We're going to go ahead and check him off the checklist. But yeah, like I said, anyways, guys, this has been episode 57. My name is PBD, and I'm out.